The year is 2025. The global trade landscape is shifting. Nowhere is this more evident than in North America. The United States, under recent administrations, has imposed tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum. This protectionist policy, aimed at bolstering domestic industries, has created friction within the historically strong U.S.-Canada trade relationship. These tariffs have ramifications beyond just steel and aluminum. They represent a broader shift in U.S. trade policy, one that prioritizes domestic interests over established global partnerships. This approach has introduced uncertainty into the North American market, impacting businesses and investors on both sides of the border. Canada, long a reliable trading partner of the United States, has found itself at a crossroads. The tariffs and the sentiment they represent have forced Canada to reassess its economic strategy. While the U.S. remains a critical trading partner, Canada is actively seeking to diversify its economic relationships. This diversification strategy involves strengthening existing ties and forging new ones, particularly in the Asia-Pacific region. This pivot to Asia is not entirely new, but it has taken on a new urgency in light of recent events. Canada recognizes the need to reduce its reliance on the U.S. market and capitalize on the immense economic potential of Asia. The economic consequences of the U.S. tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum are significant. Canadian businesses, particularly those in the manufacturing and construction sectors, have faced increased costs. These higher prices have in turn impacted consumers, leading to inflation and reduced purchasing power. Investor confidence in the North American market has also been shaken. The tariffs have introduced uncertainty and unpredictability, making businesses hesitant to invest and expand. This hesitancy has slowed economic growth and job creation in both Canada and the United States. The tariffs have also exposed vulnerabilities in integrated supply chains that span the U.S.-Canada border. Many industries rely on the seamless flow of goods and services between the two countries. Disruptions caused by tariffs and trade disputes have led to delays, shortages, and increased costs for businesses. The economic fallout from the tariffs extends beyond immediate impacts on specific industries. It has strained the overall relationship between Canada and the United States, eroding trust and cooperation. This strained relationship has implications for collaboration on a range of issues, from security to environmental protection. In response to the evolving trade landscape, Canada has embarked on a strategic pivot towards Asia. This shift is not a sudden reaction, but rather an acceleration of a long-term strategy to diversify trade relationships and tap into the dynamism of the Asia-Pacific region. Japan, with its stable economy, advanced technological capabilities, and commitment to free trade, has emerged as a cornerstone of Canada's Asia strategy. The two countries share a long history of friendly relations, underpinned by shared values such as democracy, the rule of law, and a commitment to multilateralism. Canada's pivot to Asia is driven by a desire to reduce its economic dependence on the United States. By strengthening ties with countries like Japan, Canada aims to create a more balanced and resilient economy, less susceptible to the fluctuations of any single market. This pivot is not simply about finding new markets for Canadian goods and services. It's about building deeper economic partnerships that leverage the complementary strengths of Canada and its Asian counterparts. These partnerships encompass a wide range of sectors, from energy and natural resources to technology and innovation. Two key initiatives exemplify the growing partnership between Canada and Japan: LNG Canada and the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, or CPTPP. These projects highlight the depth and breadth of this evolving relationship, showcasing its potential to drive economic growth and innovation for both nations. LNG Canada, one of the largest infrastructure projects in Canadian history, is a testament to the long-term vision guiding this partnership. This joint venture, involving Japanese companies alongside Canadian and international partners, aims to export liquefied natural gas from Canada's west coast to Asia. The CPTPP, a free trade agreement encompassing 11 Pacific Rim countries including Canada and Japan, creates a framework for deeper economic integration and cooperation. This agreement reduces tariffs, streamlines regulations, and promotes investment, fostering a more predictable and open business environment. These initiatives are not just about economic gain. They also reflect shared values and a commitment to rules-based international cooperation. By working together, Canada and Japan are demonstrating their belief in free trade, open markets, and the importance of multilateralism in addressing global challenges. Section 5. Shifting sands, Canadian sentiment evolves. The U.S. tariffs and the subsequent trade tensions have had a profound impact on Canadian public opinion. Canadians, long accustomed to a close and amicable relationship with the United States, have experienced a shift in sentiment. There is a growing sense that Canada needs to chart its own course and reduce its economic reliance on its southern neighbor. This shift in sentiment is not about severing ties with the United States, but rather about recognizing the need for a more balanced and independent approach to foreign policy and trade. Canadians are increasingly aware of the risks associated with overdependence on any single trading partner, no matter how close the historical relationship. This evolving sentiment is reflected in the growing support for initiatives like the CPTPP and partnerships with countries like Japan. Canadians are increasingly open to engaging with the world on their own terms, forging new alliances and strengthening existing ones based on shared values and mutual respect. This shift in public opinion has created a mandate for Canadian policymakers to pursue a more diversified and independent economic path. The government is actively seeking new markets for Canadian goods and services, attracting foreign investment, and positioning Canada as a global leader in innovation and sustainability. Section 6. Shared Values, Mutual Benefits. The Canada-Japan Synergy. The burgeoning partnership between Canada and Japan is underpinned by a convergence of factors that extend beyond immediate economic interests. Both countries share fundamental values such as democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. This shared foundation fosters trust and creates a conducive environment for long-term cooperation. Furthermore, the two economies complement each other in many ways. Canada is rich in natural resources, including energy, minerals, and timber, while Japan boasts advanced technological capabilities and a highly skilled workforce. This synergy creates opportunities for mutually beneficial partnerships. Canada can provide Japan with a reliable supply of the resources it needs to power its economy, while Japan can provide Canada with access to cutting-edge technology and investment. This collaboration extends beyond traditional sectors like energy and natural resources. Both Canada and Japan are at the forefront of innovation in fields such as renewable energy, artificial intelligence, and robotics. By sharing knowledge and expertise, the two countries can accelerate progress in these areas and create new economic opportunities. Section 7. The Future of Collaboration, from EVs to AI. The future of the Canada-Japan partnership is bright, with ample opportunities for collaboration in emerging technologies and industries. Both countries are committed to transitioning to a low-carbon economy and are investing heavily in renewable energy and clean technologies. In the automotive sector, both countries are leaders in the development and adoption of electric vehicles. Collaboration in this area could involve joint research and development, sharing of best practices, and the development of common standards to accelerate the transition to electric mobility. Artificial intelligence is another area where Canada and Japan have complementary strengths. Canada is home to world-renowned AI research institutions and a thriving startup ecosystem, while Japan has a strong track record in robotics and automation. By working together, Canada and Japan can harness the power of AI to address societal challenges, improve public services, and create new economic opportunities. This collaboration could involve joint research projects, the exchange of researchers and students, and the development of ethical guidelines for the responsible development and deployment of AI. Section 8. A model for the world cooperation and free trade. The strengthening partnership between Canada and Japan serves as a model for international cooperation in an increasingly uncertain world. In an era marked by rising protectionism and geopolitical tensions, their commitment to free trade, open markets, and rules-based cooperation offers a beacon of hope. By demonstrating the benefits of collaboration, Canada and Japan are making a powerful statement about the importance of multilateralism in addressing global challenges. Whether it's climate change, pandemics, or economic instability, these complex issues require coordinated action and a willingness to work together to find solutions. The Canada-Japan partnership also highlights the enduring relevance of free trade as an engine of economic growth and prosperity. By reducing barriers to trade, streamlining regulations, and promoting investment, both countries are creating opportunities for businesses and workers to thrive. In a world where protectionist impulses are on the rise, the Canada-Japan partnership serves as a reminder that free trade, when conducted fairly and transparently, benefits all parties involved. It fosters innovation, creates jobs, and raises living standards, making it a powerful force for good in the global economy. Section 9. Conclusion. A new Pacific Partnership. As the global landscape continues to shift, Canada's pivot towards Asia, particularly its burgeoning partnership with Japan, is a testament to the enduring power of cooperation and the pursuit of shared goals. This strategic alignment, rooted in shared values, economic complementarity, and a forward-looking vision, holds immense promise for both nations and the wider international community. The challenges facing the world today, climate change, technological disruption, geopolitical instability, demand collaborative solutions. The Canada-Japan partnership, built on a foundation of mutual respect and a shared commitment to free trade and open markets, offers a compelling model for navigating these complexities. By embracing cooperation, innovation, and a spirit of partnership, these two Pacific nations are charting a course not just for their own prosperity but for a more stable and prosperous world.